Yeah, thanks.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Good afternoon to everyone. At least to y'all. Very good. This is good. I know that this is really about the graduates, but I did want to take just a few minutes to say to Dr. Benson, for 7 amazing years of leadership at the College of Charleston, thank you for your leadership. And for allowing a Charleston Southern graduate to be your speaker today. I've had the privilege of having 2 of your classmates work with me for the last couple of years. Last year we had Anne Marie Martin. Let's give her a hand. This is good. This is good. She did a fabulous job and represented the College of Charleston very well. And this year we've had Elizabeth Sadie work for us. Thank you, Elizabeth, for your hard work as well. I'm excited about the class of 2014 because I've done a survey to figure out how smart this class really is. I've had a chance to speak with so many of you, and I've learned a couple things that your parents will be so proud of. You spent virtually every waking hour in the library. You didn't have any time to go to Folly Beach. You didn't go on King Street. You never found the music farm, and you've never heard of ACs. On that note, let me talk to the parents for just a second. I know today is a day of joy and happiness. Joy because your kids are graduating from college. This is fantastic. It's a happy day because today may represent the largest raise you've seen in a very long time. Graduates, it is truly an exciting time to be you. Yes, our country has some challenges. Our world has some challenges as well. But there is no doubt that in your lifetime, we will see the most amazing discoveries come to market. Think, if you will, that truly the blind will see, the paralyzed will walk, and we will see many forms of cancer cured. As an example, the latest research on retina replacement is moving so fast that your generation, your class, will be a part of those who will perfect that opportunity. And the exoskeleton, a wonderful tool to help those who are paralyzed stand up and walk. We will see amazing iterations into our future. And recently they've come up with a mechanical nose that is able to smell cancer at its earliest stages in the brain and in the throat. We have truly a remarkable future for these young folks. I want to answer just one question. How can you participate productively in the future? I want to give you 3 pieces of advice. I'm going to take the advice that one of you gave me on my way out. Hurry up and sit down. I will do that. 3 pieces of advice. The first piece is failure is not final unless you quit. Second piece of advice is if you want to stand out in life, you have to be willing to stand up for someone who cannot stand up for themselves. And number 3, thank this wall of y'all. Finally got to the back. This is great. And number 3, if you want to walk on the water, you have to get out the boat. Let me talk about the fact that failure is not final unless you quit. I learned that lesson very early in life. As a youngster, I was drifting at a very early age. By the time I was a freshman in high school, I was flunking out. I was actually pretty good at flunking out of high school, and so as a freshman, I succeeded. I failed. I failed world geography. I think I may be the only United States senator to ever fail civics. I'll let that sink in. And then I got there, different story. I also failed Spanish and English. Now, when you fail Spanish and English, they don't call you bilingual. No, they call you bi-ignorant because you can't speak in any language. And that's where I found my unhappy self. But I had the good fortune of a strong, encouraging mom, and my mother believed that sometimes in order to share your love with your kid, you have to use a switch. And for those of you who are not from the South, a switch is a Southern apparatus of encouragement. It is often applied from your belt line down to your ankles, and it is a very effective tool to motivate a young man. Amen. And it worked fabulously well. And I also think of Steve Jobs, the founder of Apple. Many of us may have forgotten that Steve Jobs was actually let go by Apple. But he came back because he refused to quit on himself. He came back and presented to the world the iPhone and the iPad. And one of the most amazing companies on earth today is Apple, because Steve Jobs knew that failure is only final if you decide to quit. The second point, if you want to stand out in life, you have to be willing to stand up for those who cannot stand up for themselves. I will tell you that one of the blessings of my life was meeting a mentor, a guy named John Moniz, a Chick-fil-A operator, who spent the last 4 years of his life, he died at 38, creating the first 4 years of my new life. John took the time to teach me some very valuable lessons at a time when I needed it the most. One of the things I would challenge the class of 2014 to do is please be a mentor. You all represent some of the brightest, most capable people on earth. Please invest your skills and your talents into the next generation and be a life force for someone who desperately needs it. I also think of, here locally, the former owners of the General Engineering Lab, a great company. Molly and George Green did a fabulous job running a great company. But they learned through their international travel that there were millions of people in Africa who were suffering because they did not have clean water. And through Waters Missions International, they have provided more than 2 million people with clean water. Finally, if you want to walk on the water, you have to get out of the boat. There's a great story in the Bible about how Peter stepped out on the water, took a chance, started to sink. Jesus grabs his hand, and here's my point. Sometimes we have to get out of our comfort zones in order for us to experience the highest potential possible. We have to leave our comfort zones. We have to take bold chances. And sometimes your greatest success comes on the other side of near disaster. I think about Oprah Winfrey and how Oprah Winfrey was fired at her first TV job because she was told that she was simply unfit for TV. I wonder who did that. I think about how how Elvis Presley was fired by his first manager because he had no musical talent. And Bill Gates failed at his first business before he started Microsoft. The point is simple. You will likely want to quit along the way. But if you want to truly walk on the water and do something amazing, you're going to have to get beyond your own threshold. Well, let me close with what was, in fact, a very popular song a couple of years ago, maybe 2 or 3 decades ago. It was by a group named Ouija. Not sure if you're familiar with Ouija. They sang a song called Hold On to Your Dreams. I see one of the professors, only one of the professors, knows this song. If you know this song, feel free to sing with me. Now, I will say to those in the music department, let me see my music folks. Now, I have been working on my singing lessons for this last 5 or 6 weeks, and I think it sounds pretty good. So I'm just going to sing the song for you. Hold on to your dream. You don't know good music when you hear it. Let me just tell you the words. Thank you. Those who are clapping are not a part of the music department. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. The words are very simple. They say, hold on to your dreams. Believe in love, and let love be the light to show you the way. Because life will get hard, and sometimes it will seem unfair unless you believe that someone cares. All your people. Someone who's been there, rain or shine, to share your dreams, your heart, and your mind. Hold on. Thank you.